Now, it's not exactly a secret that Trump is likely to pardon himself if he wins the presidency again and is in office once this trial begins. So the timing here is deeply consequential. But the hearing today ended without a decision from Judge Cannon, who said she would issue a written order promptly. Joining us now is our very own Ari Melber, the host of MSNBC's The Beat, and Neal Katyal, former acting Solicitor General for the Obama administration, and, of course, host of the podcast Courtside with Neal Katyal. Ari and Neal, no two better gents to speak to about this, especially Ari because of your love of adverbs. What does the word promptly mean to you? I mean, in this, not generally, but in this case.
Well, if you're someone asks you to take out the trash promptly, right?
Right.
If you're divvying up chores at home.
Could mean tonight, could be end of the week.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it could be when you get to it. It's a great question, Alex, because words in the law have technical meanings sometimes, and other times they have capacious or open meanings.
Yeah.
This is definitely the latter. Could be a minute, could be a little while. She can take her time. But I think we would expect to get this written ruling in the near term. I mean,
well, what does that mean?
I would think definitely.
Like this week?
Yeah, under 2 weeks. I mean, again, she might be on the path of really about to do it in a couple of days. And then, again, as a judge, and she can go back to chambers, she could double check something, someone can raise something.
Yeah.
But we're not talking months. We're going to get this answer. We're going to get a real preview. And I will say there is a problem for Trump's team here in that they're now making the argument, Judge, Your Honor, there's so much classified stuff, and we need security clearances, and this is such a process, so we need more time. I thought your boy declassified all this stuff in his mind. I thought nothing was classified. And so, to be clear with viewers, that's not going to be a legal issue at trial, right? You're allowed, you're allowed to make pre-trial motions. It just speaks to, I think, the thinness and the idiocy of some of the defendants kind of made up, that's a nice way to put it, or blatant lies in his defense. Ultimately, he's legally presumed innocent, and his lawyers are entitled to make many arguments on his behalf. Yeah. But it is a reminder that they do have a problem. And then the second thing that you don't need to be a lawyer to know is, if you were so confident of winning, let's get to it.
Exactly.
This is the legal version of, and we all know somebody like this, hold me back. Hold me back. If you let me fight, you don't even. And then if you let them fight, they can't. And they don't want to fight. And that's a little bit of what we're seeing here.
That's what's happening legally speaking.
Yeah, and the tin pot bravado.
Neal, how much? It's not a secret that today we got news that Trump had received a target letter from the DOJ. Do you think that factors in at all to the judge's deliberation about the timing of her own federal trial?
I don't. I think that they're two separate things. Obviously, if there is an indictment, as I suspect there almost certainly will be against Donald Trump in Washington, D.C. for January 6th, Judge Cannon's going to have to work it out with that other judge for trial schedules, because you have an absolute right to be present as a criminal defendant in your own trial. And so he'll have to be at both of them. But basically, Alex, I think this whole kind of Trump delay tactic is bordering on absurd. I mean, Donald Trump is absolutely, to pick up on something Ari said, entitled to the presumption of innocence and all the other rights that criminal defendants have beyond a reasonable doubt. Unanimous jury has to convict him. If one juror says he's innocent, he can't go to jail. All of that he gets. But you don't get some special right because you were the former president or because you're running for office. And you certainly, nobody gets a 1.5-year trial delay. I mean, give me a break. And Trump's rationale, which is the Mar-a-Lago case is so complicated that he can't be tried for 1.5 years, is just bizarre, because it's like all of a sudden magically the complications seem to dissolve right around November of 2024, or excuse me, mid-November of 2024. I've never seen any sort of, and I handle all sorts of complicated legal cases. I've never seen one which has like a magic sell-by date in which it's not complicated enough after a presidential election. I mean, the whole thing just smacks of insincerity. And, and Ari's exactly right. This guy, Trump, is saying, oh, I'm innocent, I did nothing wrong. If you so much believe that, then go prove it up in a court of law. You're getting a chance now.